Picture here was drawn by somebody who had a near-death experience.
We got raided by aliens and we're keeping some of them as pets!
That is so weird, guys. I got kind of distracted.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but...
Everybody get up, it's time to space change.
Hey, welcome back to another Bryce's Right. I hope y'all all had a great freaking weekend, and hopefully y'all are ready to dive down deep into some of the creepiest and freakiest videos I could find in the deepest, darkest corners of TikTok. Yes, we are back to whisper mode, but nah, these are not your ordinary videos. They're going to be blowing your mind, making your head spin, and having you question your reality. But of course, before we get started, let's go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss out on any future content, and please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what's up. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive right in, y'all. Let's get it.
Did you know you're being manipulated and taken advantage of by every podcaster and TikToker in the world? You know that yesterday I posted about the Epstein files, UFOs, and Bad Bunny for no reason other than the fact that it would get more views than my previous 10 posts of me riding my mule? I'm Tom Green. That's why society is screwed up.
Mom is on the phone! My mom is all alone. Hey, aren't you that dude? I'm like, yeah, whatever.
I love Tom Green. It's one of my favorites.
Barack Obama is currently going viral after he just confirmed that aliens are 100% real. Yes, you 100% just heard me correctly. Recently, Barack Obama was being interviewed when the interviewer asked him straight up, "Are aliens real?" And Barack Obama decided to answer it and say, yes, they are real, but he has never personally seen them. In the interview, he also stated that they are not located in Area 51, so he has no idea where they actually are, but he knows that they are 100% real. I mean, this is the former president of the United States 100% confirming that aliens do in fact exist and they are 100% real. Like, that is just absolutely crazy. I mean, I think we all could agree that we always thought that aliens did in fact exist, but now we got 100% concrete evidence and confirmation that aliens do in fact exist from the former president himself, Barack Obama. Absolutely crazy, and I'm curious to know your thoughts about all of this.
I mean, do we just believe it because he said it? Give us some proof.
I'm gonna shake that tree. Giant ass squirrel.
Wait. Let me record.
Bro, I'm gonna shake
Go,
that tree.
go.
Go. Look at that squirrel.
Holy shit, that's God, that thing is huge. Okay, yeah.
The crazy part about this jacket is, I don't think I ever met a Charlotte Hornets fan.
Don't get me started.
Fucking hell, guys, this is really weird. This picture here was drawn by somebody who had a near-death experience. And this, instead of trying to explain it, they kind of like drew what they kind of like saw during this experience. The man named Youssef Shakur, who's gone viral after sharing this hand-drawn sketch of what he claims to have seen during a near-death experience. I mean, it looks really wild, doesn't it? Instead of words, he basically basically drew this to describe a vast layered structure that seems to be above Earth, where souls moved upwards through a glowing spiral while others watched from higher levels. He says the experience left him with one message he can't forget. Everything is connected. Which does ring true into a lot of interesting theories about reality and potentially the universe, and that we possibly are one massive living spirit organism all flying around in space universe together. Wow. I mean, it's an interesting theory and an interesting claim. This picture looks absolutely amazing. So this is basically what Youssef Shakur drew during, and which is what he claims he saw during a near-death experience. Very interesting. Fucking hell, guys, this is really weird. This picture here was drawn by somebody who had a near-death experience. And this, instead of trying to explain it, they kind of like drew what they kind of like saw during this experience. The map...
They just sent robots inside of the Great Pyramid where no human has ever been before, and they found a sealed door that has not been opened in 4,500 years. Dude, they're about to open it and reveal what's inside of it this year. So Zahi Hawass, which is arguably the most famous archaeologist alive, just went on record and said, "We will reveal to the world what lies behind that door." He actually just called this a discovery that will, quote, write a new chapter in the history of the pharaohs. Okay. And here's what most people don't know about this so far. They've already sent robots into parts of the corridor where no humans have ever been. They were able to use thermal imaging, 3D mapping, and muon radiography, which is basically cosmic rays to see through solid stone from space. He also just went ahead and said that he's about to fulfill 2 lifelong goals. The first one is discovering a brand new tomb of the man who designed the very first Egyptian pyramid ever built, and then the tomb of Queen Nefertiti. Okay. Scientists have also now confirmed that they also found 2 hidden voids behind the eastern wall of the smallest Giza pyramid that might be a secret entrance that's been sealed for 5,000 years. Go ahead and add me right now, because the moment they crack that door open, you're about to hear about it here.
Can't wait.
Holy shit. Have you seen what's going on in Australia?
We got raided by aliens and we're keeping some of them as pets.
Show me some more of that.
We don't actually know the speed of light. That number that you learned in school, that is something very specific. That is called the two-way speed of light. We take light, we shine it at a mirror, right? And we see how long that light takes to come back. And then we divide that by 2. And we know that. That is the speed of light that you've heard of. But the one-way speed of light, we do not know. And scientists think we cannot ever know it. You'd think it'd be simple, right? Shine a light, have 2 clocks, and then just calculate how long the light takes to go between those 2 clocks, right? Super simple. This experiment is impossible because of something called time dilation. Remember that scene in Interstellar where they're on the planet where time is moving slower than every place else? Well, the same thing happens all around us in smaller amounts. And this is not just hypothetical. GPS satellites need to adjust their clocks for time dilation or our GPS systems wouldn't work. Time dilation can be caused by speed, so time moves slower when you're moving faster, or gravity, time moves slower when you have more gravity. And therefore, it is impossible to synchronize the 2 clocks in that experiment. Because let's say you put them right next to each other and you synchronize them, and then you move one down, that second clock has now experienced a different type of time dilation, and therefore time is not the same for those 2 clocks. They're not actually synchronized. Any attempt to synchronize these 2 clocks either relies on the speed of light itself and so becomes circular, or has funky issues with time dilation. Now this might sound nitpicky, but it's really not. We fundamentally cannot dismiss the idea that light might move at different speeds in different directions, and we can never know according to current scientific consensus.
Are you worried about the Doomsday dice roller? So they made this about 75 years ago, and then 17 witches put a curse on it, and they said the time that you roll all of these dice and they all land on one, snake eyes is what they said. They said there'll be 4 months left until the end of the world.
And that better not be the money out my goddamn purse.
She is gonna fuck him up.
And so they've been rolling it once a day. And every day, of course, like there's a bunch of different dice rolls. Well, yesterday, they finally came out and they all landed on 1. So a lot of people are freaking out saying, does this mean the end of the world is nigh? And others are saying, this is dumb, stupid. It's just a coincidence. So I'm curious what you think.
Just a coincidence. The irony.
Oh no, who would have thought that GLP-1s would have had crazy side effects? Well, it turns out they're even crazier.
Fucking Chuck Norris.
And more historically accurate than we thought. Let's talk about it. So back in the day, sailors and pirates used to get this disease called scurvy. Now this isn't common anymore because we have access to fruits and veggies, but when they were on long voyages, they did not have access to that, and they didn't know that that is where you got vitamin C from anyway. However, in the big 26, yes, 2026, people are now getting scurvy because they are using this right here. Now, this comes around because people's appetites are suppressed. Less appetite means less likely you are going to consume something that actually has vitamin C in it. So, that is why people are getting scurvy. And I don't know how familiar you are with scurvy, but look up the side effects and it is not a pretty thing at all. Whoever glorified the life of a pirate, you, my good sir, are an expert marketer. So there you guys go. Just something to look out for if you plan on using any GLP-1s. You don't want to get scurvy. Absolutely not. I'd like to hear in the comments below what you guys think about this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
It's very interesting. Work out and get on that vitamin A if you do that.
That is so weird, guys. You guys see that? It's like it's saying something. It's so weird.
Yeah, that one's weird. And there's multiple videos of it too.
Welcome to Coburn Street in Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland. Edinburgh is an architectural gem, and even in the rain, it is absolutely gorgeous.
Tell me if this is a good place. I want to go visit. So bad. Looks so cool.
Parece como una culebra, eso no era una culebra, tampoco era un pescado. Entonces, ¿qué mismo que era eso?
Man, this Chinese sounds weird. I'm totally kidding. I know it's French.
We begin with breaking news right now. This bizarre scene this afternoon on the 101 freeway in Echo Park. Take a look. Dozens of people riding their bicycles on the freeway. This is video from the Citizen app. This happened just a little while ago on the northbound 101 between Rampart and Alvarado. CHP says they haven't received any calls about this, but we have received several calls to our newsroom from eyewitnesses. Right now, we're working to learn more about what happened after this video was filmed.
Are you fucking kidding me?
These are all Carl's?
As we get them. We begin with breaking news right now.
It's a lot of water.
Oh, look at this. Wow. This is beautiful, guys. Look at this. This is fascinating. Wow.
Yeah. My favorite place in Antarctica is this. My
Yeah.
favorite place in South Georgia is Hercules Bay.
Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful.
I want a marble kitchen top like this.
Wow.
It's so expensive.
With all the strings, huh? This is beautiful. This is absolutely gorgeous, guys.
This is the place where we can get the closest to an ice wall like this.
Exactly.
Safest, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is the closest I've been to Antarctica.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Me too. That's why I love it. And then you look back and you see that. Look
Wow.
at that. That looks unreal.
Exactly. That looks like AI.
Huh?
But that's the real thing. Yeah.
Haters will say it's AI.
You can stand up for a moment if you want to.
Wow.
So the next show
This is
I saw
beautiful.
in your video, please.
That is absolutely beautiful. It looks like the cutout of the ship is just stuck on a photo.
Yeah, exactly. That's stunning, guys. That's beautiful. Look at that.
That ship is wild. How do you get to go on that ship? Like, who do you have to be? See one of these guys. Good grief. Them shorts, man, were screaming. show this. Sorry, y'all. He got bit by.
What an idiot! Oh!
The fact that there is no snow in the mountains of Colorado as well as the mountains of Montana should scare the absolute shit out of so many of you, but you're not paying attention. Colorado River is barely at 57%. The Colorado River alone provides water for over 40 million Americans, and not just here in this state. Y'all need to wake up. And every single time you decide that ChatGPT needs to think for you, 39 million gallons of drinkable fresh water gone daily. And that's just ChatGPT. Think about all the other ones. No snow, data centers, fires, and the Colorado River not even peaking 57%.
The moon landing is fake and I can prove it. First piece of evidence speaks for itself. I'm not even going to comment on it. This is Apollo 11 taking off of the moon.
Ignition. Right away, Houston. Vector good.
Next up, we have NASA admitting that they lost the original footage to the moon landing, so there's no way to see it if it's real or not. The most important recording in all of history got lost. And there's the argument, why have we not been back to the moon? To that, all the naysayers say, oh, well, it just costs so much money and we just have different political focuses now. No. NASA themselves have admitted that they cannot get back to the moon. Look it up. Well, why can't they get back to the moon? Oh, because guess what? They didn't just lose the original footage of the moon. They also lost all the information about how they got to the moon. I quote verbatim, we no longer have the technology, end quote. And if you have even 2 brain cells, no matter how teeny tiny, I think that you can piece together it makes no sense that technology has gone forward and that's the only thing that's gone backwards. You were lucky if you could make a phone call to a neighboring state. If you use a 3rd brain cell, you can even see how wild it is that they called from the moon with no static and no delay. This is just the tip of the iceberg and I'm so passionate about this, so let me know if you want part 2.
What? They're wrong. Everybody can do their own research with all this Epstein stuff going on, but there's a lot. Jim Carrey's dead.
Show sucks, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You got any?
He is. Do a little bit of research and you'll
Wait,
figure
what?
it out.
I'll look this one up in a minute.
Just becoming so
Are you saying goosebumps?
absolutely empowered with God. But yes, Jim Carrey is gone.
I thought he.
Sailing
Okay, he
stones are
just did, like, a
mysterious
live
rocks that
seminar.
move around on desert floors without animal or human intervention. And when they move, they leave these cool trails showing the path of their journey. Sometimes they move in straight or slightly curved lines. And sometimes they abruptly change direction and can even move in a different direction than other sailing stones that were nearby and were traveling in a parallel direction. They can be found in a handful of places around the world, but the most famous and bestly studied are the sailing stones found on the racetrack Playa in Death Valley, California. That's where they were first written about in 1915, but the mystery of how they actually moved wasn't settled for another 99 years. But in 2014, scientist cousins Jim and Dick Norris revealed that they had finally solved it. They used GPS and time-lapse photography to measure the movements of over 60 of them sailing stones. And some of them were rocks that they had embedded with GPS devices and lugged to the playa themselves. Now, Death Valley is the literally hottest place on Earth with the highest recorded air temperature of 134 degrees Fahrenheit. But it turns out that it was thin layers of ice called ice shoves slowly and intermittently pushing them rocks around. These ones are actually in Utah and they're on a lake. In perfect conditions in the dead of winter, a thin sheet of ice can form on a partially flooded playa surface. Then in the morning, the sun starts heating it up and a thin little pond forms under the ice. And the whole sheet starts moving and slowly pushes the rocks around. They move at the incredible speed of 0.2 miles per hour or 0.3 kilometers per hour, and some of them were moving for up to 16 minutes at a time.
Okay, we've officially reached a whole new weird level of AI. ByteDance, the Chinese company behind TikTok, officially launched their Seed Dance 2.0 around February 11th of 2026, which is their advanced multimodal AI video generation model that supports inputs like text, images, videos, and audio to create up to 20-second clips up to 1080p, with some reports of 4K capabilities. This includes exceptional motion stability, realistic physics simulation, native audio video synchronization, including lip sync dialogue, and a director mode for precise control over camera movements and lighting. It's gained some pretty significant attention recently after a generated fight scene between an AI-generated Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise was posted all over the internet with some dialogue centered on the Epstein files. So let's give it a listen.
You killed Jeffrey Epstein, you animal! He was a good man! He knew too much about our Russia operations. He had to die, and now you die too.
Now, I know a lot of Hollywood A-list actors are going to see this and they're going to be like, we need to sue. But what are you going to do to stop China? China doesn't care. They'll just be like, oh yeah, sure, sue us. You know, this is going to make things very complicated for the entertainment industry.
Cardi B was dancing on a robot and it said, nah, I quit. Go check it out, guys. Around, start dancing on them, and they all drop. This is what people are saying, guys. Mind you, they're joking around when they say that because that's not true. Question is, who programmed that robot to fall when it got a little bit of action? Shut up! This is what people are saying. Like I said, guys, they're playing around, obviously. But most importantly, Cardi B is okay. They picked her up fast. It was all good. But everybody's just wondering, why would that robot fall when Cardi B was like fake dancing on it? Because she wasn't even really dancing on it, and it got really excited and it fell. But obviously, this is for entertainment purposes only. Cardi B is okay. Go look at that video. It's wild. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about that robot. I'm out.
Saves you gas mileage.
You've got to watch this. So we're sitting here fixing the pipes on the house and everything, using the glue. And I got kind of distracted.
That's wild.
I don't know why it does that, but I might be out of glue by the end of the night.
That's a trip.
Oh my god. The real smoking begins now!
Oh, and by the way, they took Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat, however you say it, he's no longer here. That's Diddy.
All right now I'm inside of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Check this out. This is the great hallway here, and look how these blocks enclose as you go up, and look at the size of the blocks on the roof. Absolutely unbelievable.
Incredible. That's a weird one.
While you're all freaking out about Minnesota and all the wacky shit going on in the United States, you may have not realized this yet, but there was a 2.5 mile section of cliff in a city in Sicily that collapsed on over 100 houses with people still inside. Over 100 homes were destroyed. And if you watch the news, you don't see this stuff on the American news because all they talk about is Minnesota, election fraud, yada, 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 yada. BS, BS, BS. But if you actually watch the real news, you will find out that there's other things going on in the world that are very serious. But yeah, a 2.5 mile section, a fucking cliff collapsed. into this city and took out over 100 homes. I'm not sure about if there was death toll. From what I've been hearing, there hasn't been any deaths yet, but yeah. Major destruction, natural disaster in Sicily today. 100 homes gone. If you check it out, Sicilian landslide. Check it out on the news. It's all over the news, but you won't find that on the regular news unless you search for it. That's America for you. They don't talk about the real shit going on. They only talk about BS like Somalian daycares and all that other bullshit. But yeah, check it out.
That was Tom Green.
October 2025. A chip the size of a cough drop inside a refrigerator colder than deep space finishes a calculation. 5 minutes. The same calculation would take the world's most powerful supercomputer 10 septillion years. That is a 1 followed by 25 zeros. Longer than the universe has existed by a factor of 700 trillion. The man who built it, Hartmut Neven, founder of Google Quantum AI, published a statement no one in the scientific establishment has addressed. He said the chip's performance was so extreme it could only work if computation was happening across parallel universes. He said this is evidence of the multiverse. Now here is why that matters. For 65 years, humanity has scanned the sky for a signal from another civilization. We checked 12 billion candidates and found nothing. Right now, astronomers in China are rechecking our last 100 signals. If those come back empty, we may be out of options. And Google may have just shown us why. I reached out to Google Quantum AI for clarification. No response. I contacted 3 physicists who specialize in quantum decoherence. 2 declined to comment. 1 said something I cannot stop thinking about. We will get to that. I am Tom, and you are watching Spatialize. You have heard of quantum computers. You know they are fast. But what Google did in October 2025 is not about speed. It is about something stranger. They ran an algorithm called quantum echoes on their Willow chip. 105 qubits. The algorithm sent a signal into a system of entangled particles, disturbed one single particle, then ran the entire process backwards and listened for an echo. Think of it like dropping a pebble into a pond, waiting for the ripples, then somehow reversing every ripple back to the center. A quantum butterfly effect, controlled, measured, published in Nature. The co-author Michel Devereux won the 2025 Nobel Prize in Physics for the underlying work. 13,000 times faster than the Frontier supercomputer at Oak Ridge National Laboratory, the most powerful classical computer ever built, and Willow finished the job in 2 hours flat. But that is not what made me pause. The chip's error rate is 0.14% per cycle. It sounds small. The threshold needed for real-world quantum algorithms is 0.000001%. Willow is more than 1,000 times too noisy for practical use. Google knows this. Their own supplementary data says so. And they are still calling it a breakthrough. Why? Their roadmap, published November 2025, lays out 5 stages to real-world applications. Quantum-enhanced drug discovery by 2029. Molecular simulations that no classical computer can run. Not a research demo, a machine that models reality at the atomic level. Operational in 4 years. But it is not the speed that changes everything. It is what the man who built it said about where the computation is happening, and what that means for the oldest unanswered question in science. If Neven is right, we have been asking the Fermi paradox wrong for 65 years. In December 2024, Neven published on Google's official blog at google.com. He described a 10 septillion year calculation. He wrote that it lends credence to the notion that quantum computation occurs in many parallel universes, in line with the idea that we live in a multiverse, a prediction first made by David Deutsch. Neven is not a fringe theorist. He is the founder of Google Quantum AI, and he argued that the computation worked because it was distributed across other universes. Think about what should have happened next.
I feel like it's deja vu all over again. Did you hear there's a new interstellar object that has just entered our solar system images that is even 20 times stranger than 3i Atlas? They're calling this one 4i Pulsar. This is the first imagery of it, and it's stranger for 2 reasons. One is it's putting off signalage, radio signalage, and the astroscientists are saying a comet or an asteroid would never put out radio signalage, and the patternages of it, it's like very Morse code-esque, so it seems like a clear message from an intelligent life. The other thing is, this thing isn't cigar-shaped, it's not round, it's not square, it's shaped like a flat ironing board. And they're like, we've never seen that type of shapeage on an object in the solar system ever before. So this one seems even more likely to be from human non-intelligence life. The other thing is this one's going to hang out a lot longer. They said that the way that it's coming into our solar system it's going to go on Jupiter's orbit for a bit, switch into a few other planets, come close to Earth, and then it will finally go past the sun and go away. So I'll keep you updated on this as I learn more.
Watch this.
Yeah.
That is a dinosaur.
I'll be right on him. Oh yeah.
A couple really quick facts about these leatherback sea turtles, because I'm kind of just doing a bunch of research about them. I didn't know much about them. One, it's just how big they are. They get up to 7 feet long, and sometimes they can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. So that's a turtle, 7 foot long, 2,000 pounds. That is incredible. And what's really interesting about these turtles is how deep they can go in the ocean. They can actually go down over 3,000 feet, which is much more than any other turtle does. And it's just because of how they're designed. Their bodies have a layer of skin that keeps them very warm, so they can actually survive in very cold ocean water. And that allows them to live in other places and dive down that far, deeper than some submarines go. And then they get their name from having actual like skin over their shell. They don't have a hard shell, and it actually looks like leather, which gives it that kind of soft, smooth look that it has. They're just very, very interesting animals, and it's crazy how big they actually get.
This is a video of Lake Powell at full capacity in the year 1983. And this is a video from that exact same spot just last week, January 12th. From 100% of capacity to 25% of capacity. This is Lone Rock Beach, 1983, full capacity. You see that rock way out there surrounded by water? Well, here's that same rock now with zero water around it. The scary thing is Lake Mead is in just as bad of shape. This was the Lake Mead water line in 2002 versus now. Both Lake Powell and Lake Mead are critical pieces of infrastructure to water in the West, and to save them, we're going to need big ideas like the Colorado River Abundance Act.
Guys, the tsunami. The water's actually gone. 25,000.
So this car just started floating down the street. So old junky cars can float now? Has this been going on for a while? Or am I just noticing it? Every day some new weird stuff is happening. Shabadoo whiskeys, shabadoo.
Dude, this is actually insane if you have not heard about this yet. Elon Musk just quietly abandoned the mission to take over Mars, and he pivoted SpaceX entirely to build a city on the moon instead. This literally just happened. Elon Musk posted on X saying that SpaceX is shifting its focus to building a self-growing city on the moon. And by the way, to tear him up real quick, in 2016 he said that humans would be on Mars by 2024. In 2020 he said that humans would be on Mars by 2026. Last year he said that there was a 50-50 chance of launching to Mars this year. And now he's saying that humans will be on Mars by 2031. So what happened there? A lot of people don't know this, but SpaceX actually has a $2.89 billion contract with NASA right now for the Artemis moon landing.
And we were going berserk. She loves that kind of stuff. And I admit I do too.
NASA officially opened the contract to competitors last October because SpaceX is not hitting their deadlines on time. SpaceX is still saying that Mars is a long-term mission, but they've also been saying that for the past 10 years, so who knows? No matter what happens here, we're all going to be able to watch the Artemis launch to the moon together whenever it happens on live stream. So make sure you go ahead and add me now so you don't miss it.
I'm gonna take off my bra, blast my neck.
That's so weird.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the President of the United States.
What was the first question you wanted answered when you became president?
Where are the aliens?
Where are the aliens?
I'll have to check that interview out. What is this?
Did you know that Wave Rock, located in Western Australia, is a 15-meter high, 110-meter long natural rock formation that is shaped like a wave? Well, now you do. Follow for more geology.
Check this out.
A 130-kilometer crack in the ice covering Lake Erie was caught by satellites. It stretches from Port Burwell, Ontario, all the way to Ohio. And while it was a shift in temperatures and some sunshine that spurred this break, there's something far more curious to note here. The fact that Lake Erie itself is almost 100% frozen for the first time in 30 years. And it's not just the ice coverage that got scientists excited. It's the actual speed at which it froze up. Lake Erie went from 1% to 96% ice coverage in just 2 weeks. And some parts of that ice are already 50 centimeters thick.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It
gets the people going.
We had 20,000 square kilometers of ice added to Lake Erie in that very short amount of time.
This kind of ice up is an anomaly these days. If we go back 50, 60 years, this ice was the predictable norm, a bit of winter clockwork. But look at the data now, and the range is wild. We fluctuate anywhere from ice-free to 90%, depending on the season.
I think they provide us a window into what a future ice-free Lake Erie may look like. And modelers predict that ice cover may be the exception in Lake Erie by the turn of the century.
And this year, a disrupted polar vortex held most of North America in an icy grip for the better part of January. For scientists, this 2026 freeze is a rare data snapshot of a vanishing climate. It's a chance to see the benefits of a frozen lake in real time. No coastal erosion, a suppressed lake effect snow machine, and even a look at algae under the ice.
We're literally out there for a few hours and we're breaking through ice and we're seeing brown water gushing up. It turns out it was accumulations of algae.
It isn't just Erie either. Although it's the shallowest and fastest to react, we're seeing over 50% coverage across all the Great Lakes this season, well above seasonal. Ultimately, though, this isn't a return to the status quo. It's more of a reminder that there will always be colder years, variability, but overall the baseline is shifting warmer. And soon you'll be telling your kids, I remember seeing Lake Erie freeze up back in my day.
Is that Tom Segura's wife?
Today's episode of Things I Learned Because I Guess I'm the Dumbest Bitch in the World, see a video, this girl says, yeah, I was trying to gain weight, so I thought maybe to myself, I'm going to start drinking whole milk. So I start drinking whole milk and I gain weight way too fast. And I'm like, wait, what? Something's wrong. How am I gaining weight this fast just on whole milk? And she looks again. Apparently she was drinking 6% milk. And so immediately I'm like, question mark, open up the comments. So apparently whole milk is 3.5%. Here I was thinking my whole fucking life that whole milk would be 100%. No, whole milk is only 3.5%. And then comes to my next question. If whole milk is 3.5% and it's whole, just as a whole, just whole milk, its own whole entity, what the fuck and how the fuck is 6% milk? Like,
I'm questioning 2%. Like, of what?
So the FBI just admitted that they can receive footage from cameras outside of your home, like a Nest camera, even if that camera's not hooked up to Wi-Fi or that you're not paying the subscription currently. So the recent Nancy Guthrie kidnapping revealed a whole bunch of stuff that the FBI can actually do. Director Castrodel said they worked closely with private sector partners to continue to recover images or video footage, and that the video was recovered from residual data located on back-end systems. You know, we talk about putting tape over camera so they can't watch you, but at this point in time, there's probably cameras on everything. That little sensor that lights up on the bottom of your smart TV, that's probably a camera. Your smart thermostat probably has a camera in it too, so when you're walking through in the middle of the night naked, the government's probably seeing that, and if they're not watching it, now apparently they can access it if they want to. None of this should be a surprise to you anymore, but I'm just rambling about it. But what I'm saying, if you have a camera in your house that's not hooked up to Wi-Fi and you're not paying subscription costs to continue to use their services, apparently the government can still access it. I always tell people there's probably a reason why they stopped removable batteries in phones all at the same time. We're just living in that good old age of surveillance state.
Yeah, I mean, oh shit. Yeah, I'm sure y'all saw that commercial at the Super Bowl for the ring. It was like showing, if a dog went missing, they could tap into the cameras, like the description, and try and find it for you. They're going to be doing that with people before too long. I'm just saying, it's not going to be the best thing. Okay, here we go.
What type of bullshit is this? You mean to tell me the Winter Olympics are reportedly facing a condom shortage after athletes went through 10,000 of them in 3 days? Well, what I'm getting from this is it really seems like contestants aren't focused on getting the gold medal this year. What is this, stamina training? What, you're trying to build some endurance? Because what do you mean 10,000? 10,000? There's around 2,900 to 3,000 contestants competing this year. So in order for you to run out of 10,000 condoms, you mean to tell me that everybody's just getting busy up in there? Every single last contestant had to have been buying them by the dozen, maybe 2 or 3 at a time, because there's no possible way. All the contestants getting busy, all the contestants getting freaky, nobody's focused on the gold medal, which I got that much stress that you gotta relieve. 10,000 is ridiculous. Them contestants need to be studied and put under investigation.
Pass me a biscuit. You got another 5 miles, then you get a Luna bar.
Hey, that's... I'm not
Scientists
gonna go
just
there.
officially solved the entire Stonehenge mystery, and no, it was not glaciers. They just found out that humans really did drag those massive stones 5,000 years ago. Dude, this is actually insane. The debate has obviously been going on for over a century now, and the question is, how did those ancient people move those massive stones to Stonehenge? Some scientists have been saying over the years that glaciers carried them, and others said that humans dragged them, but nobody could prove it either way until now. Okay. These researchers just officially analyzed 550 different microscopic zircon crystals from rivers all around Stonehenge. Stay with me now, because here's the thing. They said that if glaciers deposited those stones from whales, the mineral signatures would be everywhere in the soil. But it's not. They're saying that not only it's not, but it's not even close. This officially means in 2026, we just found that humans really did haul multi-ton stones from Wales and Scotland over 700 miles in 3000 BC. No wheels, no metal tools, just human coordination on a scale that we can barely even comprehend. And by the way, this changes absolutely everything that we thought we knew. So there's that.
Kennedy was shot. We've had a president assassinated.
Do you know that he got strung out on
Kennedy?
You don't know that?
And
He
had
had
that
horrible back pain that he dealt with. Horrible back pain, which is chronic opiate withdrawal from his opiate addiction. He had a whole floor of a hotel he was held up in for some reason, and he got psychotic, threw off all his clothes, and did cartwheels down the hall, screaming about how great he feels. This doctor's a genius. He hasn't felt so good his whole life. And a enlightened physician came in, a psychiatrist, a woman, came in and said, you can never see this man again. We have to get you landed here. This is not good. Imagine if that had been during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Holy shit.
Just launch him. Yeah.
Dude, and he and his brother tag teamed Marilyn Monroe in Malibu. Did you know this?
I did know that.
Yeah. Isn't that's what's up? You're like the only other person that fucking knows this.
Well documented.
Yeah.
I'm all for getting plugged up, but
Kyla, get to the point.
Listen, I like it better when it's just my boyfriend. And Shane's right, things are good here, Will. You don't need another guy.
And there's a tape of it.
Thank you.
There's a tape?
Yes.
There's an audio tape. There's a bunch of audio tapes with him with Marilyn.
But he and his bro were tag teaming
Keeps getting dragged out. I need proof.
Ahí viene el pirámide, de ahí viene bajando donde está esa piedra esa, viene hasta acá, ¿verdad? Ajá.
Ya había entrado.
Se ve intacta esa olla, esa vasija.
I don't know if that was part of it.
What? What do you want? Are you asking for breakfast? Is that what you want? I don't speak Raven.
Bird up. So the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force test ship JS Asuka, which is a 6,200-ton experimental vessel commissioned in 1995, serves as a platform for testing advanced naval technologies. And in late 2025, Japan installed a prototype 100-kilowatt class high-energy laser system on the JS Asuka, and sea trials began in early 2026. Now, this fiber laser system combines multiple beams into a single 100-kilowatt output, and it fits into a containerized domed module on the ship's aft deck, paired with counter-UAS radar for detection and tracking. tracking. Now, the system can burn through thin metal, which disables unmanned aerial systems mid-flight, and also intercepts lightweight threats like mortar rounds. They also conducted ground tests with this thing, which succeeded against small UAS and mortars, and then the sea trials test performance in real maritime conditions, like when a boat's moving like this, right? Because obviously, if you're on the water, you're not sitting level all the time, so they wanted to make sure that you can actually take UAS out with this thing while it's on a boat. Much like every other laser system, it offers a low cost per shot with essentially unlimited ammunition as long as the ship has power, which is a significant advantage over missiles and, you know, traditional kinetic rounds.
Okay, High Desert, what in the actual hell is this? Like, what is this? What?
Like, it's glowing, that's the thing.
What is going on in the sky
and
tonight?
And that little red dot next to it, that's crazy.
Like, what is this? If I get out of the car, I can zoom in more with my actual camera phone. Like the video from my phone, but what is this?
The United States had to scramble 2 F-16 fighter jets in Northern California Sunday morning, not once, but twice, after calls started coming in of an unidentified object flying at high altitudes. These fighter jets flew out of March Air Reserve Base in California, but before they even arrived, a cargo commercial airliner confirmed seeing visually this object, describing it as glowing and dimming in flight. When the F-16s arrived, they flew around for quite some time before going all the way back to base, but it did not end there, because several hours later it was radioed back that this object was there. The 2 F-16s took off again alongside with a KC-135 refueling tanker, and during these flights we got this radio call describing what the object was.
Like a balloon with a line hanging down. There was something about halfway down the line. There was another like tiny object. I can't tell what it was. Then the line hung down further than that. There were no solar panels. There was no payload. The only distinctive color was the balloon itself was semi-reflective. The line itself looked a whitish gray, but it's hard to tell at altitude. No other determinative objects that could be identified.
At this time, there is no official information about what the object was or where it came from, but as soon as we have any information, I'll be sure to keep you updated, so please do share my videos and follow me for more.
For the first time ever, we watched a star form a black hole without going supernova. Instead of exploding, the star faded into the night. This is one of the most surprising discoveries, I think, to date. Now, this black hole was formed in this kind of implosion. What you're seeing is the dust flung out from the outskirts of the star, producing this dusty emission in red here. And this dust was illuminated by the process of that black hole gobbling up a small bit of the star that's left over. And the fact that we see this process happening in a galaxy so close as Andromeda means that this can't be a super rare process, right? This is probably happening frequently out there in the universe. And it's really rewriting the way that we think about how black holes were formed.
Yeah, so cool.
This guy received a lifetime ban from Disney for exposing a hidden circus-themed VIP suite in Epcot. The video I'm about to show you comes from Matt Sanswa, a Disney urban explorer known for documenting spaces guests are never meant to see. Fair warning though, watching him get caught in real time is intense and makes my anxiety spike. My hands get sweaty just watching the video like I'm the one getting caught by Disney.
That's so freaking creepy.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. Are you supposed to be up here?
You tell me.
Nope, you're not.
Okay.
Can we go?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. How are you?
I'm alright. How about you?
No, let's go this way, please.
Okay. What's back there?
No, we're just gonna go this way.
Oh, okay.
Are you enjoying your day?
Yeah.
Yeah? Having fun?
Yep.
What happened after that?
I just woke up and I can't believe I caught this on camera and saw this with my own 2 eyes. I saw the light over the bridge.
The light over the bridge? You mean the moon? Oh, okay.
So that's the conjunction, which is happening exactly 3 days after the solar eclipse.
eclipses on the 17th coming up. The conjunction, which only happens at 0 Aries every 6,000 years, is Saturn and Neptune. And Neptune in the negative expression is deception, illusion, smoke and mirrors, even addiction. And Saturn's like full stop. So Neptune's going to start to dissolve any systems running on deception practices. Individuals, corporations using those tactics, it's like this deception can't hide as easily as it used to.
Have you guys ever been to Uranus?
Something big is going on in Prescott or Prescott Valley. Every single ambulance, emergency truck, police vehicle, everything is coming out of the fire, like the whole highway. Look at this. Look at that. That is crazy.
I'm not sure why nobody's discussing this, but we are about to enter the Twilight Zone, okay? Some kind of fifth dimension here. Friday the 13th to Friday the 13th. All I know is I'm not breaking up with any witches, okay? You need to stay careful. Stay careful out there, because this is crazy.
A video found in the recent Epstein files dump shows Jeffrey sitting in front of a webcam. And in a doorway in the background, we see some sort of humanoid entity. It has a large bulbous head, and it's standing in the doorway of a room. It's not a static figure, because as you can see, it moves toward the end of the video.
Looks like it's a female wearing a towel. And
it has a humanoid body, but a large bulbous head.
Right.
The video is grainy, so it's hard to make out any other features, but some people claim to see large eyes as well.
Maybe.
Could this entity be something similar to Lamb, who was summoned from a different sexual deviant in 1918, one Aleister Crowley?
That's so creepy.
I make this proposal to you, Earth creature. Your life in exchange for a green card.
Это пацаны 100. Просто это Окленд. Это Окленд.
Yeah, it's middle of the night. It's Monday.
Are you guys trying to sing?
Thank God for Ari.
You make a beat, you'll put chords.
It's fun.
She's shy. I don't know, maybe.
All right, here, come hold this. What do you like to sing?
Jazz and like soul. Olivia Dean, like.
Oh yeah.
Kind of vibe. Is it like a freestyle?
Yeah, like whatever's in your heart.
God. Okay. You got this.
Have a great freaking week, y'all. Hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in to another Price is Right. Yeah, we got the whisper mode again. Kids asleep. Yeah, they are asleep. And I couldn't sleep either, so I wanted to get one out for y'all. But yeah, I just want to say have a great freaking week. We will see y'all very shortly. Don't worry. I don't know. I'm hoping that we got the live going and it's going good. So smash that like button. I had some crazy cool stuff happen at the end of last week. So I didn't do the live like I wanted to on Friday night going into Saturday. So I'm really gonna make sure that I do that this week. just because, like I said, I really enjoy it. It's my favorite time, and everybody's just, I don't know, we just have a good time. So be on the lookout for that. And otherwise, y'all know what to do. Go smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, so you don't miss out on any future content. Please leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Let us know what's up. Other than that, we'll see y'all next time. All right, y'all. Peace.
Get into my bedroom. I'm gonna grab my wife like this. I'm like, yeah! What?
Things have been going extremely well.
This is bad.